to say we're powering up cameras so you can watch later after the show.
I haven't applied my blush.
Big thanks to Renegade Truck Accessories.
I'm having lunch with them today.
RenegadeTruck.net.
Yeah, RenegadeTruck.net. Thank you, guys. We'll see you at lunch at noon. We got all kinds of exciting things coming your way. Mornings with Matt and Bob, powered by Chewy. Part 2 of our Archangels experience will happen, I believe, next week.
What is part 2?
Doyle is back in town, and they're going to come in. We had the interview, part 1.
No, I didn't agree to part 2.
Part 2 is the musical.
I hate those guys, and I never want to see them again.
Where they're going to come in and play a couple tunes for us. By the way, Doyle, who just got off the road with someone named Eric Clapton.
Tomorrow on the show, around the same time, at 8:20, Leanne Morgan is going to call into the show.
Leanne Morgan.
Who, has been essentially a show member. She's been coming in, a great comedian. But whose career has exploded so much in the last, 18 months that she has to call in now, and she has, 1 million handlers. Brand new Netflix special, and some much bigger things in the work. We can't talk about it. So
also next week.
And then also tomorrow at this time, comedian Danny Goodwin. So we're doing back-to-back comics tomorrow.
All right. And then also next week, someone named John Oates, from a band called Hall & Oates.
I don't know when he's coming in.
He's going to call in and talk to us. We're working on it right now. We're getting all the details together. And it turns out a big Hollywood director loves our show, listens to our show. He's based in Austin. Rick Roman Waugh has got a new movie coming out called Kandahar with Gerard Butler.
I know who he is. I just read about his
movies. Are great. He does the best action movies out there.
Does he literally listen? He lives here?
Yeah, he lives probably listening right now.
I literally was reading a press release about that movie maybe Monday or Sunday afternoon or Monday morning.
Yeah. And he wants to come in and play radio with us. That'll happen sometime, probably next week or the week after, just ahead of the release of Kandahar with Gerard Butler. Okay. He's dapper.
Now where do we
dashing? So this story kind of caught my eye. TBI stands for
traumatic brain injury. I know that. I have a younger cousin. Unfortunately, she was stopped at a light, and she was hit by a distracted driver.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been dealing with a lot of the fallout from TBI.
Mm-hmm.
Really, it feels like for a decade now.
Yeah. This comes from Johns Hopkins University. What do I know Johns Hopkins?
They're very famous.
I've got a buddy a college buddy of mine that's a professor there.
My great-grandfather was a professor there and was a doctor and a surgeon.
Wow. So you can trust it. We've heard Johns Hopkins University. They say one of the leading causes of traumatic brain injury, or as you call it, TBI.
Sneezing.
No, that may be one.
Farting too hard.
That may be another one.
Pushing too hard when you're deucing.
That could be a third one.
Could be. I could be batting 1,000 right now.
No, you could be, but you got it wrong. Oh. Walking a leashed dog is a common daily activity for many adults, but new research has found that it can be associated with a risk of traumatic brain injury, a.k.a. TBI, among adults. A study by researchers at Johns Hopkins University, where the second most common injury among adults treated in the U.S. emergency rooms for injuries related to walking a leash dog from 2001 to 2020. People suffering fractures, TBIs.
And when you say people, you mean cotton tops.
Yeah. Yeah, over the age of 65.
I was going to say, I think it's oldies.
Yeah.
It's cotton tops walking their dogs. I mean, no dog's pulling me over.
So it says here, according to their research, let's just call it 500,000, okay? Because it's in the high 400,000s. Let's say 500,000 adults sought treatment in the U.S. emergency rooms for injuries
500,000?
For injuries resulting from leash-dependent dog walking. Nearly half of the patients.
Your hand's never supposed to go in the loop of a leash.
Half of the patients reported or researched were 40 to 64. So most injuries occurred due to falling after being pulled by, tangled, and or tripped by the leash connected to a dog they were walking.
So we should just have unleashed dogs then roaming around the neighborhood.
I would think so.
That's the best cure, right?
I mean, So we have all these leash laws, right, which are supposed to, I guess they protect other people more than you, but if we know that it's safer to walk a dog without a leash, why wouldn't we do that?
Because it's not. I bet it would be less safe to have our dogs just fighting in the streets. Do you ever walk your dogs, or they just live in your backyard? You ever take them on a walk?
They just live in my backyard.
Do you even own a leash?
Yeah, I have 2 leashes. I have Apple tags. I have leashes. I have collars.
Wait. I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me.
I'm not.
But are you so Bob
I love you.
Fonseca that you have like air tags on your dogs? You have Apple products for your dogs?
I didn't do it.
Who did it?
Probably Dylan, because he's the tech nerd, like Oliver over here. They would get along great. They should work together.
Like circus people.
Yeah. He would get along. He would get along with Oliver. All my kids get along with Oliver, but he would get along with Oliver. I guess one day he just decided to put Apple tags on, because they do bolt sometimes out the front door. They don't know any better. You know? I don't want to spend the thousands of dollars to train them, but I don't know. I've never, I don't know. That seems weird. That seems like that wouldn't be a leading cause, but the researchers also analyzed cases of leash-dependent dog walking injuries among children under age 18. Those findings will be released in the near future. We look forward to that. Dog ownership has many benefits, though this isn't one of them, especially for adults. So you need to take appropriate precautions if you're of a certain age to prevent injury. I don't know what those precautions would be. Give your dog away?
Well, no.
And do you know that people walk their dog?
I just think can we, instead of finding a solution, can we just laugh at old people falling?
Do you know that dog owners cover over 1,000 miles a year, and seniors who own dogs lead healthier, more active lives.
Most
overall.
of those miles are spent with you just about 7 feet away from your dog that's gotten off the leash, and you're almost about to catch it, and then it thinks you're playing the game of let's play keep away.
Right. Oh no, I just thought that was interesting. I never thought of that before. I never thought of dog walk. I always thought everything about dog walking was positive, except for the part where I usually walk mine in the middle of the street because I don't want to have to pick up stuff in the middle of somebody's yard.
So you make your dogs deuce onto the street?
No, they won't do it on the street. They won't do it on the street.
So you walk them in the street so that they can't take a deuce?
Yeah, until we get to an appropriate area.
You are depriving your dogs of one of the greatest feelings in the world.
Yes.
Which is full and complete evacuation.
If you think I'm going to put that little baggie on my hand, you're sadly mistaken, my friend.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
About you.
You're sadly mistaken if you think I'm going to do that.
You won't pick up a dog's...
I carry them with me, but I'm going to avoid it at all costs. I wait till I get out to a rural area or out into the preserve or whatever it's called, and let them have their way.
Wait! You're taking your dogs out to the preserve land and having them deuce out there?
Yeah, on the running trail.
Oh my God! I don't think you're supposed to admit that. I don't think you're supposed to admit that on the microphone. So you're letting them just deuce in the middle of the running trail?
Well, no, off to the side and wherever they got. Don't complicate it. You know what I'm talking about.
But what's the difference between that and somebody's yard?
I don't know. I'd feel better about it. It's a lot different. How do you feel when you see somebody walking that you're I know you got that big picture window in front of your house.
Right.
And you're looking out your picture window going, this is a wonderful picture window. Look at this beautiful neighborhood. And then you see somebody, they can't see you because of the reflections, because of the time of day. They can't see in your house, but you kind of see them. It's like a two-way mirror, right? And they kind of, you see the dog. Oh, what's that dog doing? Oh, he's in the yard. Oh, he's starting to squat. And they don't do anything about it. They look both ways, look around, see who's watching, and walk off. How do you feel about that?
Well, I've never seen anybody leave a deuce there. Everybody in my neighborhood picks them up.
Oh, you live in the perfect neighborhood with perfect...
I don't know. You made fun of my neighborhood this morning because you said our ceilings are too low and you said we don't have an HOA.
You don't have an HOA.
Right.
Why's it got to be like this?
We don't.
My
We
neighbors
don't
are
have to
perfect.
have an organization.
We police
that
ourselves.
We pay to police
my
us.
goodness.
We just police ourselves. I
we
live
police
with human
ourselves.
beings in my neighborhood.
And we all get together.
Your neighborhood is
and
filled with the kind of
barbecue
people that need an organization to tell them what to do. They need a daddy in their life.
All right.
We
and I'm
are
a bad
the
guy
dads
because
in
I
our
walk
lives
my
over in
car.
my
I walk
neighborhood.
my dogs
I don't
in the
need this
middle of the
stuff coming
street.
from you with this.
I walk my
crap.
dogs in the middle of the street so they don't.
I don't have to.
They don't do
my
their
dogs
business
can
on
do their
somebody's
business
yard.
And I'll pick it up.
And I don't want to.
And then I'll put it in a bag. And then I'll drop it in somebody else's trash can like a real American.
Like a real American. In other news.
Okay, in other news.
I don't have any other news.
That's it? That's all you got?
Well, no.
I got 10 minutes to fill up here.
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? You've already shamed me.
I'm not trying to shame you. My wife, writing. This is what my wife's doing. I'm on a show right now, and she's writing.
I've got the whole world texting me right now.
Looking for garam masala. That's her. The pressing issue right now is garam masala.
What is that? A sauce? What is? I don't even know what that is.
It's a spice mixture.
What is she making? What kind of exotic food do you? In my house, it's beanie weenies and breakfast for dinner. You guys are having what?
Indian food?
Sounds delicious.
I still haven't tried Indian food, have you?
No, but it sounds delicious.
It is.
Something
it's really
I would
delicious.
like to aspire to.
I mean, it's the food that like 1 billion people eat in India, and you've decided that it's not.
I'm going to keep it for them.
You have said no. I
want them to have more.
You've said before that you would go and try Indian food, begrudgingly.
I will,
and I'll start you on something easy. But I don't know why you still drag your feet about this.
No, because I'm not. I'm not cultured like you.
Okay. I had no idea that you were when I was like. I've got a story that'll last 10 minutes, and
I didn't know.
Walk away, and then
I didn't know,
and then I'll just give up
more
on life.
No, maybe I don't. Oh, Chat GPT. This is a section we normally talk about. Chat. Do you know Chat GPT can't pass an accounting test?
So wait, am I supposed to stop this song? I was going to just play a song while we regrouped here.
Oh, this is my buddy's band, Ricky Phillips.
Well, then you're talking. I don't want to have you talk over it. Like, will you want to give Ricky his due, or
he's not actually playing on it? He joined Styx later, but
do you want to play a later song?
He's not on the recording, but he's played this live 1 million times. Now you can hit it. Here's a song that goes out to my friend Matt Bearden.